Hey co-host, how are you doing? Welcome back to another review with Telasis Reviews and Lifestyle. Today I am bringing to you best tips that will help you to rock any age of your life and be proud of it, whether single or married. Last week I made a video about ageism, where a woman blasted women at their age 30s and above, saying that if you are 30 years and above, if you haven't achieved your status in life where you have to be living baby girl's life, you haven't married, whatever, that you are bound to go under depression. That video really pained me because she seems to be living in delusion. So with that, in celebration of International Women's Day, to motivate other women that feels like they are going into depression, they are at this level that this lady is talking about, which I know we are not all perfect, but in one way or the other everybody have things that they are going through. So the best thing I want to give to women to celebrate this Women International Day is to share best tips that can help you to rock any age of your life and be proud of it without feeling pressured, or getting into depression, and yet enjoy yourself to its highest potential. So in this video I am going to group it into, first I'll talk about all ages, women of all ages, and then I will go into women from teen to 30 years old, 30 years old to 50 years old, and then from 50 years to beyond. While we are doing this, please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe. You know this is a tradition here at YouTube, and it also helps the algorithm to spread this message. And don't forget to share this message to every woman in your life, because it will help all of us. Without further ado, let's get right into this review. General tips for all ages, behaviors that you need to adopt. Number one, self-reflection. Self-reflection is very important because one, it will help you to understand yourself, your values, and your goals, which is very important. Self-reflection will also help you to embrace your personal growth and changes that comes in life as you are getting older. So self-reflection is very important for women of all ages, because as you are getting into the next chapter of your life, you need to reflect about the life you have lived and know what you are taking away and what you are adding to make your life even more enjoyable. Number two is healthy lifestyle. Healthy lifestyle is really important because it will help you to prioritize your physical and mental well-being. And you will achieve this through indulging yourself in regular exercise. It doesn't matter how old you are. Regular exercise and balanced diet is very important, because as you are getting older, it is not what suits your body at this particular age that will suit your body at another age. Sometimes it doesn't even have to be age. Naturally, your body can start rejecting foods, so you will start changing your diet. Exercise changes as well as you are getting older. For example, people in their 30s, they don't really need to consider muscle building or whatever exercise. They can do aerobics, run and all that. But for people that are hitting 40s and above, it is time that they are losing muscle mass, so they need to inculcate exercises that will help them to strengthen their muscle mass and every other things that strengthen their body, because as you are getting older you are getting weaker. So this is why regular exercise and balanced diet is very good for your healthy lifestyle. Another thing you need for a healthy lifestyle is getting sufficient sleep. I have talked about it in this video. I don't know if it's here or here. Getting sufficient sleep will help you to rejuvenate your body and relax your mind, so that you will be more productive in life in whatever you are doing. And as you are getting older, you are actually required to even sleep more, though some people start losing their sleep from age 40, either because of issues of life or naturally hormone changes that happens in women. Number three for all ages is having positive mindset. Positive mindset is really, really very crucial because it will help you to cultivate a positive outlook about life. Because if you're someone that is always negative about everything, then it's going to be a problem for you, especially when a little disadvantage or little normal life happens. It will hit you. And also, negative mindset can actually attract bad things to you. This is why it is really important for you to cultivate a positive mindset, because it will help you to have a positive outlook towards life and towards things that is happening around you. A positive mindset will also enable you to appreciate life, appreciate where you are, appreciate every journey of your life, appreciate things that happen around you, appreciate the things you have, focus on what you can afford, focus on solutions to things that can work rather than problems, always having that positive outlook to doing the right things at the right time and not focusing on the bad side. So you will learn to appreciate life more if you have a positive mindset. Next tip for all ages is continuous learning. Continuous learning is very, very important for any woman of all ages, because it will help you so much to stay curious and engage in lifelong learning. Life is a journey. Life is all about learning. But if you do not have that continuous learning attitude in your life and be curious about things, you will not really learn too much, because everything will actually be a problem, like in the previous one that I mentioned. Continuous learning will also enable you to learn new hobbies, explore new things, find new friends. You can wake up today and feel like you have been into this activity so much, you need to explore new things and find new friends. Something like you haven't played table tennis before, you can decide to go and take table tennis classes. There you can make new friends, you have learned new hobbies. I have a friend that he is about 60, but he went to start learning how to sew, and it makes him happy whenever he sews things he come up with. Opened him up to a new circle of friends instead of just sitting there and doing nothing. This is age 60. How much more age 20? So continuous learning is something that we have to inculcate in our life at all ages. I met a woman also on TikTok that is about 50 or more. She said that she is learning 3 languages at over 50. You see, that's amazing. Some people will tell you at certain age you can't learn anything, but this woman is doing it and she is breaking the record in it. So continuous learning is very important for women of all ages. Number 5 in this category is building relationships. Building relationship is very important because it will help you to nurture meaningful connection with friends and family. When you learn how to build relationship, you will be able to study people, know what they want and what they don't want, and treat them as such. Also, they will also be able to treat you the way that you treat them if they are really considerate people. Building positive relationship will also help you to always grow, to surround yourself with people that are filled with positive mindset and supportive attitude. Because when you are young, you might be mingling with anybody and everybody, right? But as you are getting older, you should be able to self-reflect and know that, okay, this person is not adding value in my life. Instead, this person is causing me troubles, stress, depression, and you can learn to weed them away, because in your life, what you need are people that will support you to make you be more productive in life and also help you to get to where you're going, while you are also adding the same value to them. Not all about gain. Now, this leads us to the bracket of age 18 to 30 years old. Apart from the general tips that everybody in all ages have to inculcate into their life, between the ages of 18 and 30, this is a time of career development. This is a time you will need to focus on building a solid foundation for your career development. You can take courses, go to uni, whatever you want to do, whether you want to learn vocational work or you want to travel around the world, you want to go to tertiary school, whatever it is that you want to do for your career development, this age bracket is the right time to do it. If you don't make it in your 20s, you can make it in your 30s. If you don't make it in your 30s, you still have your 40s to carry it over to. But it will be better if you start on time, make all the mistakes, and be able to achieve it before you get to your 40s, especially career development and learning life generally. The next area you need to build yourself within the age bracket of 18 and 30 is financial literacy. But I will take it further down to 17 because it is very crucial for parents, even at school, to train youth on how to manage money, save, invest. Learning financial literacy is really, really important these days because those of us that didn't learn it, we learn it the hard way. I think this is a very important life lesson that should be inculcated in children so that they will grow knowing what it is. Some parents, they groomed their children knowing all about expenses, buying designers and all that. By the time they catch up on how to invest and how to save money, they must have gotten to the age of 40, 50, and that time they will be struggling. But if they were taught these skills to budget, to invest, to save when they were 17, and by the time they are getting into their 30s, believe me, some of them must have bought their own home, and some of them must have been finishing paying their mortgage before they turn 40. So that mistake was made with us. So I think teaching them how to save instead of spending their money to buy designers and do frivolous things that wouldn't add anything to their life. So investing, budgeting, saving, and doing things that will ease the burden off of them by the time they get to 40, 50. Also, at this age, set financial goals. Give yourself targets. You don't necessarily have to achieve that target, but having an outlook where you are going and what you expect will help you to work towards it. Even if you didn't achieve that milestone, you must have gotten to a certain level where you will be able to say, okay, why didn't I achieve this goal that I set for myself financially? Okay, how do I do it better? That way you are self-reflecting and you are learning and you are growing, and this will help you set yourself up for financial independence earlier in life. Number 3 in this category is exploration. It is really very important to explore before you start having children, before you settle down. It's a different ball game if you don't like exploring, but if you are someone that loves to see the world, it's good for you to do it by yourself. Enjoy yourself, enjoy the life before you start building family. This is important because when you travel, you can explore different cultures and you will learn very much about life. There is this saying that a traveler is more intelligent than any professor you can tell. It is true, because as you are traveling, you are exploring different cultures, different behavioral systems, different type of environment, and you see different things that people are experiencing in life, not just focusing on the things that you hear in the news. Like, for example, they can tell you that Africa is a bush, they live in thatch houses. If you don't go there, you're not gonna know exactly the true story of Africa and what is happening there. So this is why traveling and exploring is very important within this age bracket before you start having children. There are so many things that having children will deprive you from doing, because maybe you were not able to succeed in all your hustles that you did within this age bracket. When you start having children, you might not be able to carry all of them along. And because for safety purposes as well, there are places you cannot be able to travel with your children, but doing it all by yourself will also expose you to learning about that aspect of the world or that part of the world. Also, exploring, it will help you to broaden your perspective and expose you to new challenges about life. For some people that live in the Western world, they haven't gone to other parts of the world. They will be seeing the world in a particular view. So they are in a box, in a shell of a particular trend and culture. But when they explore the world, travel, do different things, they will be able to see that the world is too wide, and they will be open to so many challenges, and that will help them to also make better choices. Then the next age bracket is age 30 to 50. In this age bracket, this is the time that you will focus in your work-life balance. You must have hustled everything, experienced life, developed your career, have seen the career that you are good at and the one that you are not good at. You have explored the world. You have made up your mind, this is where I want to live. You have learned about saving and financial freedom and budgeting. Now you have to now focus on the career that you want to stay at, that will help you to build a work-life balance, to be able to dedicate time to your loved ones, to your family, and to people around you. At this stage, you will be able to prioritize your work-life balance, like I said, and your overall well-being, because you have explored everything and you have come to that point where you know that this is what my life needs, and this is what works for me, and this is what works for my family. At this stage, this is when you can say, okay, that career development that I indulged in when I was in my 18s, 20s, 30s, is it really what I want to do, or is there a new career opportunity that opened up that I would want to switch into? For example, now there are so many job roles that were not existing back then in the 80s, 90s, even at the 70s, but now they do exist. Those people that have develop themselves in careers such as project management, it is not a waste. You will just have additional career development that you will add up to the one you already have, that will also open you up to a broader challenge and a broader career line that will also benefit you. This is the time that valued relationship must be cultivated. You have explored all other life of 20s, perhaps those people you know at your 20s and your 30s, you've lost contact with them. Some of them have married and moved on to other parts of the world where you can't reach them. Some of them must have died, and maybe career have separated you people, that you people don't have anything in common again. At this point, you now need to focus on nurturing your romantic relationship, getting married, settling down. It's okay if you settle down, found love earlier before this stage, but advisably, settling down at this age, you must have learned about life. You will not be chasing relationship due to money, material things. You have learned about life, and you know that solid relationship, good relationship that will keep your body and soul in one place, not breaking your heart all the time, is what you need. And then grace of God, you can make better choices for your life, for your children, for your family, and give them quality advice because you have learned from all the journeys of your life. Number 3 in this category is health checkup. Check your health. It is very important because at this age, I don't know, some people when they are in their teenage 20s, they drink so much, smoke a lot of things, drink a lot of things, party a whole lot, lack of sleep, hustle too much that they don't sleep, focus about money. 20s is the time everybody's talking about money. Those that want to drive G-Wagon before they are 30, like, you've done all those. You never focused on your health. At this age of 30, between 30s and 50s, you must focus on your health. This is the time you will change the type of workouts that you do to focus on muscle strengthening. Your hormones as a woman is changing. So sometimes you go to the hospital and every little thing, doctors will tell you that you are depressed, your bone is aching, your back is aching. Sometimes all you need is to balance your diet and to do the normal exercise. Your hormone change can cause your stomach to be growing or big. You can be going into changes to enter into your menopause age. A lot of changes happens in the body of an average woman that is going between 30 and 50, because that's the time your body is recycling into menopause. So you need to have regular health checkups to make sure everything is working in your life. Most of the things that happens in the women's body between age 30 and 50, higher percentage of it relies on hormone. If you can be able to sort out hormonal changes in the life of every woman or any woman between the age of 30 to 50, you have done a great deal in reducing their depression, anxiety, lack of sleep, and all those things. And all those are focused on diet, exercise, the proper diet that is suitable for your body and your hormone according to its changes, the perfect exercise that is good for your body, for you to build muscle mass, because you are losing muscle, I keep saying it. So all these things you need to do, and you need to be taking regular health check. It's very important. If you notice any changes in your body, do not take it for granted. Go to the doctor, check up on yourself. Talk to them about the changes that you are having. Some doctors, for some reason, they don't pay greater attention to the hormonal changes in the body of women and what it causes to women. So at this stage, you need to put pressure on the doctor based on the changes or any sign that was never there that you discovered, to send you on a blood test so that you will be able to figure out anything that is wrong and treat it immediately. You have to check yourself, do mammogram, check. There's a way you raise your hand up and check and see if there is pain or lumps there and there too. All these checks, as a woman, you need to be doing this by yourself, for yourself. Bend down, do some moves to make sure you can move at all times and be stable at all times. Don't just be lazing about and sit at one place. Move, do something, get yourself active. Enroll in, whether it's strolling, hiking, or any sort of exercise. Just do something. Don't just leave your body idle like that. And don't take the easy way by going to surgery to remove fat and do nothing. Even if you choose surgery, you must put in the work, because it will help your whole body and it will help your mental health. And then the last age group is from age 50 and beyond. At this point, you must have gone through life, and some people must have made it, some people may not have made it. It is not set on the stone that it's going to be successful, but I know that you might not be rich, but if you follow this, you have peace of mind and you will really appreciate yourself, knowing that you have done everything that you are supposed to do. Number one in this category is legacy and contribution. Again, back to reflection. Always reflect on yourself, and think about what legacy are you going to leave behind. Because at this point, if you are getting older and you are still here, this is the time you are going to start thinking about the legacy you are going to leave behind when you are no longer here. If you have children, think about how will your children remember you when you are no longer there. What is the footstep that you draw for them? Did you tear them apart, or did you bring them together? Did you do all the things that you're supposed to do, or did you or were you an anchor of destruction to them? This is a time that you will reflect and see how you can contribute to make amends, because as long as you are still alive, you still have the chances to make amends of the things that you didn't do right. And this is where ego comes in, because some parents might look at this legacies and they feel like, oh, they didn't do well, and they will be proud to apologize to their children. No, if you go through this reflection and you feel like the legacy you're leaving is not what you'll be proud of, you can amend it. You can ask for retribution, you can ask for forgiveness, so that you will live peacefully. You will live the rest of your life peacefully and leave this earth peacefully and be remembered in a very good way. At this age, enjoyment should be prioritized. Like, you've worked hard, you've put in all the effort, you have hustled and bustled and raised children and everything. This is the time you have to enjoy yourself. If you were not able to travel most places when you were in your 30s, in your 20s, now is the time you can think about that traveling, and if you already have grown children at this time, of course, if you treat them well, they will take you to wherever you want to go. Go holiday, enjoy yourself. Focus on activities that brings you joy and fulfillment. If it's going to village meeting that will bring you joy and fulfillment, go there and sit with other elderly people. If it is forming there are elderly groups where they learn how to dance salsa. I saw that in France, where they have a small village where they have a town hall every Tuesday and Thursdays. elderly people goes there, and there is a young man that teaches them how to dance salsa. They go there and they have maximum fun. In London here, there is a place like that in London where people of all ages can come out, learn how to dance salsa, associate with other people, have fun. Join such groups. Do not dull, because these things are the things that will make you happy at this stage. Prioritize your mental well-being, because at this age you are now fragile. Yeah, prioritize your mental well-being. The way you can prioritize your mental well-being: by doing meditation. It can be prayer. Like me, I am a Christian. My own style of meditation is prayers, silent prayers, and quiet time. Sometimes I practice mindfulness, and the best mindfulness for me is the waves at the beaches. It kind of relaxes me in a very unique way. And then watching sunset is so beautiful for me. Then traveling and watching the landscape gives me this, puts me in this mindful state of mind. So all these things is what works for me, and it will also work for people between the age of 50 and beyond. The legacy you're leaving behind doesn't have to be money. It can be how people remembered you, how wonderful you are, how kind you are, how loving you are, how cherishing you are. Little things can be a great legacy that you will leave behind, that will make people never to forget you in life. The last one in this category is adaptability. It's very important at this age, because you must have learned that at this point, everything that happened to you in life is for your own good. All the challenges, all the ups and downs, all the disappointments, all the heartbreaks, everything, if you did not take it so personal and you did not stay there whining about it, you will see that each and every challenges that you faced in life actually taught you a lesson that helped you to navigate in the next one. So embracing change is something that will be very much accustomed to you at this age, and then you are also more prone to adapt to evolving circumstances of life, because like you have almost seen it all. 50s and above listening to this, am I lying? Let me know at the comment section, because I want to hear your opinion, because this is not my age range. I am just talking based on experience I have had with older people I mingle with, because I mingle with older people a lot. Some people must have lost their best friends, family members, they are alone, so this is where I also recommend enrolling in pockets of activities where elderly people do have gathering. My friend is good at that. He is about 60. He has a gathering where he goes out with friends, where they play poker, they play chess. He's quite open to learning new things, and I love him for that, because sometimes he motivates me that he's young to go out and do things. At his age, he comes up with things that he learns, that he wants to learn, to be able to remain engaged and add purpose to his life and to other people's life. Crack up, laugh. Yeah, sometimes it's depressing, but once in a while he gets depressed as a normal human being, but he gets out of his house, do things. Sometimes he do gardening, sometimes he go to the club, he joined the chess club where him and other younger people actually play chess. And I told you that he also enrolled in learning how to sew, and he goes to parties, hang out, like not party like clubbing like young people, where he will meet people that are in the same age bracket as he is, and people that are a little bit younger than he is, that will still understand what he wants and where he is coming from. So all these is tips that will help you to rock any age of your life and be proud of it without feeling left alone or without getting depressed. But above all these things that I gave you, most importantly, I want you to know that trusting God and embracing God will also help you, because there is nothing that is in your power. forces from where you are coming from might cause delays in things that are supposed to be yours. So when you know that you have put in all the work and things are not working, this is the time that you will focus in your spiritual life to break any bloodline covenants that might be depriving you or delaying you. You might be saying that you don't believe in that, but ask yourself, when you go to the doctor will ask you, do you have a history of heart attack in your family? Do you have history of blood pressure in your family? Do you have history of cancer in your family? Why is the doctor asking this question? The doctor is asking these questions because there is a pattern that will never go away. They continue running in the bloodline. So also when you want to borrow money in the bank, they will want to trace your history of loaning to make sure if you are a good person or not. So this is why when you have done all the things, developed yourself career-wise, did everything as it should be, and things are not yet working, please go back and look at your roots and address what is meant to be addressed, then come back so that your doors can be open. Don't just keep delaying. A lot of things is happening and people are acting in ignorance because you think that you are just a physical human being walking. We are spiritual people existing in human body. Until you understand that, you will stop putting pressure on the physical. You will look into spiritual. This is it about the best tips to rock any age of your life and be proud of it, whether you are single or married. These grooming tips is something that you will now adapt to your own personal life based on your circumstances and your preferences to be able to gain value in any of them, because all fingers are not equal and everybody's lifestyle is not the same. The key is to approach each stage of your life with open heart, a positive mindset, and a willingness to grow and learn. So this is it for this review. What do you think? Please let me know at the comment section. And you know, as always, I love you. See you next week in my next review, where I will go back to product reviews. One love. Bye bye bye. You know I love you.